Hey everyone, it's Michael at Fast Track Sports Medicine. All of our athletes here at some point in time will get a run analysis to address any movement compensations that could be part of their injury. So we'll get them up on the treadmill and put some tape on their pelvis and shoes, and we can best align their angles at different points of contact in the run. So right before her left foot hits the ground, that tape is parallel. But as she gets into mid-stance, the right hip kind of severely drops. So we'll take that worst angle and then we can measure it with the app so we can quantify her deficit at this point. And so that's about 12 degrees from parallel right now. I'd rather have close to 5 degrees or so, so not too much hip drop there. That's a little bit too much. And just to compare, her left side doesn't nearly go down as far. So we can measure that angle as well. And she's about that 4 or 5 degrees we talked about as normal. So we want to get an exercise for her to work the outside hip muscles so that she can stabilize in that mid-stance position. So here are 3 quick progressions of the runner's squat to correct that pelvic drop in mid-stance. So we're working on the left hip, so that's going to be about a foot away from the wall. You get the towel on, and then you assume kind of a mid-stance position. So I even get my arm swing in there, and I hold this, pushing that foot out. After a couple days of doing this and feeling the burn on the outside of your hip, you can add the hinge. So just sliding the towel along the wall, pushing into the wall. Lastly, you can add a calf raise at the end. So what that'll look like is the hinge and then up. Down, hinge, and then up. This is even making me shake. This is a pretty tough variation of this exercise. So go ahead and try each of these for a few days, see if you can progress and get that lateral hip stronger for your running stance.